Not quite sure what will be coming out of any of them, but Sophia will be telling us what she has been able to hear from the NASA end. Sophia, good afternoon. Just keep us up to speed with some of the expectations we have of this address by Raila Odinga.
Indeed, good afternoon, Akisa. We are in Westlands, ABC Place, and this is the NASA Media Center. And we understand any moment from now, the NASA presidential candidate will be addressing the press from here. Remember, it was supposed to happen earlier on at 10. It was pushed to 12:30, saying they were still putting together some of the documentation they set to present today. And of course, since 12:30, there's been no word. But we understand after that statement from the IEBC chair as well as the IEBC CEO, they will be making their way any moment from now. Now, Akisa, remember, this is the third address by Raila Odinga since the close of polling stations. And the first one, of course, was the rejection of the results. And yesterday we had him as well call the entire process a fraud. And he, alongside other members from the National Super Alliance, presented that 52-page dossier outlining what they describe as a tracking step-by-step of the interference with the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission system. And so they've called the entire process not only the presidential election, but as well as the other 5 electoral seats and the exercises therein a fraud, and they want the entire process cancelled. I remember after that, yesterday, after their press briefing, they met with the various observer groups and missions that are in the country. And of course, today we've heard many of their preliminary reports. So it will be interesting also perhaps today to hear what their thoughts are on all the latest developments. And some sources even indicating that today what we may likely see in this press conference that is about to happen is NASA coming with their Form 34As. Remember, IEBC is still trying to collect some of those Form 34As from around the country because that is the official result. That is where it's recorded and the same is transmitted. So what we've been seeing in our television stations, of course, media getting the same from IEBC, those provisional results. We heard the chair say those are not official because 34A, that is what marks the reality of what actually happened during polling day, and after that, of course, counting. So there are reports indicating that when they come here for that press brief, we may see them actually turning up with their Form 34As and perhaps, of course, saying what they see as the result in actual fact. So we'll wait to see for that, Akisa. But it is a press conference that many are waiting for, especially for his supporters to hear. Remember, yesterday they called for calm as they await the results to be announced because IBC, the chair, who's the returning officer for the presidential election, is the one mandated to officially announce. But as I mentioned there, we are hearing that they may actually come and say this is what we got from our agents from all the polling stations around the country, and these are the figures we have, even as they await from that official word from the IEBC. Of course, today we've also had from the observers talking about if there are contestations, the same should be moved to court. It will be important to see in this press brief that even after, if at all, they will be talking about whatever results they may have collected from their agents, whether that is a legal recourse they are willing to take at this particular point, or is this a standoff that will continue. Also, of course, important to note is that yesterday the running mates, that's Kalonzo Musyoka, did mention that they are calling for calm, but a time would come or could come where they could call for mass action or protest from their supporters. So definitely, as we've been reporting throughout the day, largely the streets here in Nairobi and around the country remaining quiet. Many are waiting that result. But the word here, that press conference that will be addressed by Raila Odinga himself, of course, flanked by his running mate and other NASA officials, is critical to how this script, quote unquote, what direction is going to take from here. So Akisa will continue our stakeout here. Have been here for a while, but we understand they were at the Okoa, Kenya offices. That is where they were deliberating all morning and just putting their thoughts together, and that they should be making their way any moment from now. Akisa.
All right, Sophia, thank you. We'll definitely be coming back to you once the NASA presidential candidate begins his address. And of course, we are on standby for that. The bombers have